Hey, what's going on? It's me, Sye, back again to share with you, uninhibited. Starting off, this is day 2 of 21 days challenge, and I'm going to answer some questions to the comments I got yesterday, and I'm also going to share some more stuff about me that is the stuff that I don't always share, and I'll be doing that with at least one of the questions that I'm answering, and I think it's going to be some pretty deep stuff that I would be hesitant to share most of the time, but I'm going to do it anyway for you because you're bothering to watch me. I'm going to give you something worth watching. So here we go. First of all, let's go to some questions I got yesterday and just some general comments. And the first one is VIP. I just want to say thank you for the nice things that you said. That was nice. Thank you. And also, Chris Giovanetti would like to hear more about the 21-day challenge, and was also said some nice things about the video that I made yesterday. So thank you, Chris. And just wanted to say a little about the 21-day challenge. So the people that are running the 21-day challenge are Michael McIntosh and Ariel Hecht of the awakenedacademy.com, so you can check them out and see what they're all about if you want to there. And Michael McIntosh is formerly and still part of the Superheroes, which consisted of David Wolf and Nick Good and Michael McIntosh, who were the founders. And so here I am today to let you know that the 21-day challenge I'm already behind on, but my basic challenge is that I'm going to make a video every day, and I'm going to share stuff every day, stuff that maybe I wouldn't normally share, and I'm going to share as freely as possible anything that I think is good to share. So that's what you can expect, and I'm kind of behind in the challenge. Although I'm on with my videos, they have a whole program and it's meant to keep you accountable, and I am a little behind on that, but I am going to participate in it. But just to let you know, if you want to do a 21-day challenge for yourself, it's a good idea to have some form of accountability, and the best form of accountability is probably somebody else to do it with you, so that you can check in with each other and make sure that you're actually doing what it is that you said you were going to do. So here I am, I'm saying it on video I'm going to do it, and now I'm committed to it. I didn't want to commit to it because sometimes I have an issue with commitments, but hey, I am married for 12 years and I have 3 kids, so I obviously am able to commit, but not always easy to start a new challenge, especially one that is like this, that I've really wanted to do, and I've been hesitant for a lot of reasons to really do it the right way. But here I am sharing, and I would like to know more about what you want me to share. And so I'm going to answer another question, and this one is kind of a big one for me, but Shroom Explorer had some nice words for me and would like to know if I enjoy psychedelics. So here is the big question I'm going to answer for you right now. And I was hesitant to answer this because I was thinking about, what if my kids see this and then they think, well, they find out that I'm sharing stuff with other people that I'm not sharing with them exactly, or that they're influenced by it in a way that makes them think that I would say, yes, you should do this too, what I've done. Just right up front, I wouldn't. I think I see a frog. Hold on one second. Just 1 second. It wasn't a frog, it was just a grasshopper, and for me grasshoppers are not as exciting, so let it go. Anyway, getting back, psychedelics. I have done psychedelics before, and do I enjoy them? I will honestly answer that I did enjoy some of the psychedelic experience that I had. There are some that I maybe wouldn't do again if I was going around again and I knew better. I would stick to the more natural ones because I have done an unnatural psychedelic, at least to me what is unnatural or synthetic, which is LSD. Now, when I say that, my immediate thought is, oh no, now people are gonna think that I'm crazy, or they probably already do. But just to get it straight, I did that a few times, and it's not one of the things that I look at and I say, oh yeah, I would want to share this with everybody because it was a great experience and I recommend it for you. I don't recommend this experience for anybody. Now, do I have any problem with people who do that? Of course not. But I do think that psychedelics of any kind can confuse a person. So as much as you might have fun with an experience like that, there are consequences to every action. So I'm not finished with this subject yet, but I am sharing with you my most real perspective on how I really feel about this subject. So you can also check my video about my marijuana confession, and you can find out that I don't do marijuana anymore, although I used to smoke it, then I went to eating it, and then now I'm done with marijuana. And if I ever change my mind about that, I'll make a video, which I've already said in the marijuana confession. So let's go back to the psychedelics. Psychedelics. Ayahuasca, mushrooms, and peyote. I have done all three of those, and I definitely, if you're watching, my kids, I don't recommend you do this. And the reason why is I think that if somebody is going to do that, that they are a very mature person, that they know themselves, they know their own mind pretty well, they know who they are, or feel pretty strong in their mind if they're going to engage in something like that. And I would even recommend further that if you're going to do it like how I did ayahuasca, was with a shaman, and I think that it was good to have a guide there, even though I had done mushrooms and done peyote and pretty much had no guide. And yes, I had a lot of fun. Will I do those things again? I don't plan on it. Although they did change my life in a big way, and they had a huge effect on the person that I am. So it's like that kind of a situation where you say, would I be the person that I am today if I hadn't done that? And obviously I wouldn't be exactly the same, but would I take it back? You know, knowing what I know now, if I could gain the spiritual understanding that I have without those things, I'd probably just say I would rather not have it, because I like to be in a situation where, like, I really understand everything that is happening in a real way. Not that you don't experience reality when you're under the influence of psychedelics, but it does, there are some things that you might get confused about, like I have, even though I consider myself to have a strong mind. There were times where I saw one thing that I thought was really amazing, and it was like, oh my gosh, this is the most amazing thing in the world. And then something else happened, and it really didn't happen the way that I thought it did. And because of that confusion, I really didn't know what was real anymore. Even the stuff that I think was real, now I say, oh man, what if that was just like some hallucination or something? Although I don't believe everybody hallucinates under the influence of psychedelic, but if you're in the night and you see lights, you might think that those lights are something that they're not because of the darkness, like I did once, thinking that lights were UFOs. So I could go into that story in depth sometime if you want me to, but right now I'm just going to leave it at that. That was part of the confusion of one of my experiences. The peyote I did in a desert. It was under kind of strange circumstances, not necessarily the best, but I did have a good time, although it was scary, like I believe all psychedelics can be. I mean, they're going to challenge you and bring you to the edge of who you are, and you're going to have to find some sort of rock to hold you and to like know that you're okay. And most people seem to be able to do that, but because of the fact that some people have a little bit more difficult time and get more confused a little more easily, I still don't recommend that kind of experience for people in a general sort of way. I recommend being healthy. I recommend having like spiritual experiences that are not related to psychedelics. But I will bring back in ayahuasca. There's even a documentary that's been put out about ayahuasca. They did experiments on people to see if they could help them recover from major diseases like cancer and some other things that I don't remember all of what they were. But being guided with the use of ayahuasca, some of the people did have good experiences. Now, I had good experiences under the influence of ayahuasca when I was with a shaman. I'm not, I mean, that's a whole nother subject. I could go on and on about religion and spirituality because it's something that is really at the forefront of my mind. But I'll save that for another video. But what I want to say right now is that I definitely wouldn't just put your trust in some shaman. Although, if you're going to do something like ayahuasca, somebody who's experienced that before, who is a shaman, could walk you through it and help you to have a good experience doing it because they know what to expect. And I did have an amazing experience with that. Would I do it again at this point? No. Did it change my life for the better or worse? I don't know. See, that's what you never know. When you do something, it has consequences, it changes your life in some way, and you don't know if it was for the better or for the worse. So for me, when I look at my life and I think about the things that I've done, what I think is that I enjoy being healthy. I enjoy eating foods that are good for me. I enjoy getting some physical exercise and getting out on days like today when it's really nice and sunny, which I haven't done enough of lately, and it's just a beautiful day. And I like to get my high from like spiritual, from my communication with God, or through like the experience that I just have from being out in nature or from exercise. I like that kind of a spiritual experience more than I like these other things. These other things are profound, and that might be the reason why I caution against them, because they're so profound that there's no real telling about where they might bring you in your life. And that being said, you know that I've done it now. This is some pretty juicy stuff I've shared here, and I'm okay, at least. I mean, as okay as I seem to be, I guess. I don't know really what okay is exactly. I don't have a standard to compare to because I've done these things, so I don't know what it would have been like if I hadn't done them. And that's the only reason that I would caution somebody who is thinking about doing it. I would just say, find happiness in your life in any way you can, and realize it's not always going to be easy, but there are lots of good things about life. Breathing in and just breathing. One of the great things in life, getting grounded, actually touching the ground physically, is good for you. It pulls up the free electrons from the earth and neutralizes the positive charge on your body from all of the things around you. Very good and healing experience. I'd say go for those things if you haven't done those things, if you haven't done psychedelics, and don't worry about the psychedelics. Now, if you have done psychedelics, obviously, then you can relate to me, who has done them. And that's what I want to say about that. So I don't know really what else that I want to say to you today, but I hope that you enjoyed what I shared, and I look forward to sharing more with you. So please share your comments, your experiences, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. And I will see you next time.